Okay, so I think that it is good for us to actually be circumspect when we are discussing issues like this. And I don't know how one will imagine that the price of cement will remain the same when every other price is rising. I mean, just by way of maybe by the side, I went out with my daughter to an amala joint. And when they gave us her bill, it was 3,000 naira. And so I told her that when we get into the car, we tell her the story of 3,000 naira. I told her that when I was at the university, I spent 3 years in the university. The amount that my father gave me for feeding for those 3 years was less than 3,000. So, and that was what she took in an amala joint in Abuja. So I think generally prices have risen, and there is no way you will expect that the price of cement will remain the same as it was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and so on. But that is just a general background. But to why the cost is rising now, I think it's also good to know that the price of diesel has risen by, I bought it 1,350 naira 2 days ago. So there are so many costs that have gone north. And we need to situate it within the proper context. If you source the raw material for the production of cement in Nigeria, is that what you sell? Are you selling limestone? There are so many other production costs that goes into it. How about the cost of power? Cement manufacturing is highly power intensive. And so you need to calculate the cost of power. It is a good thing that the Honorable Minister met with cement manufacturers, and that is the way to go. Dialogue is what is important. So you do not just go to take a decision or make some expectations based on, with due respect, uninformed analysis and emotion. Because the price that cement is sold in Abuja, for instance, cannot be determined by the manufacturer alone. There is the issue of transporting it, for instance, of Dangote cement from Obajana and from wherever you are bringing cement. There's a cost to it, and there's diesel that is being used by those trucks. There are drivers who require you to pay them a certain amount. There are even people who will offload it from the trucks. What has happened to the cost that is adduced to all of this? Like I just told you about diesel. So it is not only the cost of manufacture. And when the Honorable Minister met with the manufacturer, there were certain things that were mentioned as conditions precedent to achieving that 7,000. So I believe that 7,000 naira to 8,000 naira is better than what we are having now, because some say it's 10, 11, 12, or 13,000, depending on where you are buying from. So I think we need to look at the whole value chain to be able to determine where the challenge is. And you need to sit with the manufacturers, for instance, to say, why are the costs rising? It cannot be in the interest of the manufacturer to make it impossible for people to buy his product or to deliberately increase the price, because you are going to lower your production utilization, capacity utilization. It's in the interest of every manufacturer to sell. So, and you know, generally, there's a reduction in the disposable income of the average Nigerian. So you don't have money to buy, and the cost is, the price is high. So it's not in your own interest to do so. I believe we should interrogate the issues further to be able to know where the problem lies and where the solution should come from.